It's Valentine's Day, I'm in Benidorm and I'm all alone. So what better time to go over some of my worst dating stories. So I was with this one girl once and she lived in Guernsey and I used to go over there every other weekend. It was all very romantic, very nice. Then lockdown happened and I thought I had a master plan. Let's just move to Guernsey because COVID will never hit Guernsey. So I flew over there. I got one of the last flights from Manchester to Guernsey. Um, Day one that I got to Guernsey, lockdown was announced in Guernsey. Day two, me and her broke up. So I spent 3 months in her spare room working on top of a washing machine until I eventually got a flight back on my birthday to Southampton, to Birmingham, to Leeds. Great master plan. There was another time where I'd started dating this girl who was like very into environmentally friendly things, and I had a log burning fire in my house. So I invited her round and then proceeded to make her a cup of tea using the stove. It took 45 minutes to boil the water. She'd come round in all her makeup. It started dripping off. The house was about 40 degrees. That was a disaster too. There was another time, cheers. I started seeing this girl again, but I wanted to like play it cool and like not let her know that I was interested. So we went out for some food, and then we got some drinks, and then eventually she said, "Let's go back to yours, Michael." So me trying to play it cool, I went, "Yeah, WrestleMania's on." So we went back to mine, and then I proceeded to mess around with HDMI cables and connections and stuff just to get WrestleMania on, and she left. So this disaster was last year. I went on a first date with this girl, and she was a big Man City fan. She was from Stockport, who knew? And halfway through the day, we started having this conversation, and she said that City were a bigger club than United. And I was like, okay, well, they're a better club. They're a better team right now. Not bigger. And then she said that the Etihad gets more of a attendance on average than Old Trafford. And I said, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. So we started arguing about this, and then eventually I just got my phone up, Googled it, and went, look, facts are right there. She got up and left, blocked me. My first proper girlfriend for our first anniversary, I decided to make like 365 heart-shaped notes of like all our memories, which is a very sweet idea, but the problem is we didn't have 365. We didn't see each other every day. So by the end of it, I was exhausted. I got to about 100 and I was saying stuff like nice eyes. I was knackered, and she wasn't really that appreciative of it, actually. I'm actually running out of bits to put between the stories, like the interstitial bits, so I'm just going to have to improvise. It's fine, I'll do it. So this is probably the worst one. So I went to Cuba with an ex-girlfriend. We were together at the time. And in Cuba, you can only get Wi-Fi on in public areas, like parks and stuff. So I thought it would be funny if I went into the Wi-Fi area, used the Wi-Fi, and then posted a picture of a man's hand with an engagement ring on it, saying, "She asked, I said yes." So I did this, posted it on Facebook, job done. She goes to check the internet an hour later. She comes back crying. I'm like, "What are you crying for?" She said, "Why did you post that?" Like, "What do you mean?" "It's just a joke." She goes, "Yes, but I actually thought you were going to propose to me on this holiday, and so did all my family." That was a tough one to recover from, and I didn't. It's weird, I've been here for less than 24 hours and I'm surrounded by lads with like Union Jack tattoos or St. George's Cross tattoos, and these chips I've ordered, they're absolutely fine, but I think because of the company I'm in, I just want to send them back. So what a great way to spend Valentine's Day. How was your Valentine's Day? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you've enjoyed my failures.